What's up, my PT peeps? One Eye Bri back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8 trailer. Another discussion. We're going to talk about the possible time jump and will All Out War be rushed for Season 8. Obviously, spoiler warning if you don't want to know what's up with the comic, Old Man Rick, the trailer, you don't want to know anything going into the season, stop watching now. But for those who want to know, here we go. Now, ever since The Walking Dead Season 8 San Diego Comic-Con trailer aired, and the very end of it, people have been asking me about this. What's up with Rick? Why is he gray? Why is he so old? What is happening here? So we'll explain it a little bit as best we can because, again, the show is the show, the comic is the comic bleeds into the show, and we'll see what they actually do, if they're going to mix it up a little bit or not. But basically, there'll probably be a time jump is why Rick looks like this. He aged, the war took a toll on him, and we won't know how big of a time jump, but they show the cane that shows a big comic connection because Rick is worn down after the war. He's injured. We'll talk about why he's injured. I don't want to give too much away, but if you know the comics, they're going to stick to the comics somewhat. I mean, right? Or they're messing with us. This could all be a red herring, like they like to say. But Rick needs the cane to get around, and because he broke his leg, basically. Rick is not in a coma. He's not dying. It looks like the callback to season 1 at the hospital with the flowers, the Shane flowers, but he's not in another coma. There won't be another coma sequence, I'm guessing, but I highly doubt they'll do that again. Robert Kirkman said Rick is not in a coma. He's not dreaming the entire thing. That would be really crappy if they were like, haha, gotcha guys, he was just in a coma, he woke up, Lori's there, Shane's there, Rick's, it's not going to happen. Don't worry about that. I know people are worried about, is the ending of The Walking Dead going to be satisfying? Hopefully that's a long time away, even though Kirkman is saying, we're preparing for the ending. But that's going to be so many years down the road. It's a cash cow. They're not going to do that by any means. But let's look at Rick. Why is he so damn old? Now, in the comic, he doesn't have gray beard. He is not this old, but I guess on the show, they want to mix it up a little bit. Maybe the time jump is a little longer than it would be there, or they just want to say Rick has felt the pressure, the stress, it acted up. You can have gray hair in your 30s as a man, so don't feel like, oh man, he's 50 years old, he's 60 years old. Why is he an old man this old? Well, I don't know. It's all different. It's a show, but Rick hasn't aged in the face. He's not like a 70-year-old man. He looks pretty much the same. He just has a gray beard, more gray hair, and I kind of like the comic book look finally coming around on the show because Rick is definitely not look the same in the comic and the show for various reasons, but I like the look and the transition to more of the comic book look. And that's what I gathered from this part of the trailer. See the comic book Rick, the old man Rick, the cane and the cane. And Rick is going to be changed. He's going to be broken down a little bit. He's not going to be as aggressive as running around with a broken leg. I mean, I would assume he still breaks his leg with the fight with Negan and that ends the war, which will probably be not the entire season of season 8. I don't see All Out War being the entire season because we're already in All Out War. We were at the end of season 7, so we're already into it. It doesn't need 16 episodes. It just doesn't. It's not that long of a story. But here's Rick. I doubt he'll ever lose his hand or his arm or to have the prosthetic, just for a green screen cost. And as for the time jump, it looks to be happening in the show. People have asked about it. We don't even know how many years it was in the comics, so how would we know in the show? But we still have to meet Magna, and then we introduce the next big bad as the Whisperers, and I'm excited to see the connection of how the show's going to do it, because everybody knows the comic spoilers for the show, so I think they want to have little twists and turns, but the time jump looks to be happening, and I would assume it's the second part or second half of season 8. But Rick will have a broken leg or something worse after the big showdown, Rick versus Negan, where they finally get to fight, and it better happen, right? So I would assume that would be, it could be, like I said, early as the mid-season finale. Then we have the mid-season premiere, and then the second part of season 8. And I hope it's not rushed for what it is, but there's just not that much content for 16 episodes. As I said before, we were already into All Out War at the end of season 7, so we're just not going to have a full season of it. Rick will be changed at whenever it happens. Probably 13 episodes in is probably all Out War will be, is what I based on the comic book stuff. But Rick will be using a cane probably at the end of season 8 into season 9. All Out War is a great storyline, and I'm excited for it. The trailer was awesome. A lot of big information happened, came around, and I'm excited for Season 8. How about you guys? Post your comments below. The trailer gave us good information, no more than the very end. They told us a big thing, that there's going to be a time jump, that Rick will be injured and forever changed after the war. Like I said, that's all the content for All Out War right there in those comics. So if you want to read them, we're going to be making videos talking about them, highlighting. We already talked about the first 2 issues. That'll probably be in episode 801. So that's 2 issues for 1 episode. If they do that, that's only half a season of The Walking Dead. So New Beginning could be the second half of season 8 if it's sped up or not. So post your comments, guys. What do you think of Old Man Rick, Time Jump, all those possibilities? Check out my books on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. Fight for Us is the title. It's good stuff, guys. A series of books. Check us out on Instagram at the PT channel and on Twitter as well. Post stuff all the time. Check out the Walking Dead community page and group. We got a page and a group. All are welcome to join, that's for sure. And as always, guys, hit that subscribe button to really help us out. Join our team and stay in the know for all things Walking Dead. Thank you guys for watching, and you guys are awesome.